Welcome to the new Camtasia Studio. We encourage you to watch and play with this Getting Started project video to learn some of the most important concepts of using the editor. If you want more in-depth tutorials that will walk you through the entire process of recording, editing, and sharing your videos, then please watch the Getting Started tutorials using this link under the Help menu. The editor is divided up into three main areas: the clip bin, the timeline, and the canvas. The canvas is where you see your video during playback and can move, resize, and reposition all media however you want. The timeline is where you assemble and edit your video. At the top of the timeline, tick marks represent time in terms of minutes and seconds. When building a video, you'll work in a horizontal manner, beginning from the left and moving sequentially through time toward the right. The tracks are layered on top of each other, so media you add on higher tracks is viewed on top of media on lower tracks in the canvas. For example, this callout is placed on top of the video track on the timeline, and therefore is on top of the screen video on the canvas. If I drag the video track on top of the callout on the timeline, the callout is now hidden behind the video on the canvas. Use the zoom slider to magnify the view of the timeline. This is very helpful when making precise cuts and selections, like removing ums in your audio. New media can be dragged and dropped on an existing track, or a new track is automatically created when media is dropped at this location at the top of the timeline.
I chose Abraham Lincoln.
To
He's a
change
very
the position
important
of a clip
historical
on the
figure that
timeline,
you
just
all
drag it.
have learned something about.
To change the duration of a
I'm going to
clip,
show you a
drag
few of
the
the
edges
steps I
in either
used to
direction.
research him. You can
An
use some
important
of
part
these
of the
same
timeline is
steps
the playhead.
when you are
To view your video,
researching
click
your
play.
historical figures.
Notice how the video
So
and the
first,
timeline's
I
playhead
went to
stay in
Google,
sync.
and I will go to the
Click
search
anywhere
bar and
along the
type in his
timeline
name.
and the playhead moves to that point. To remove a portion of your video, make a selection with the green
Wikipedia is the
pinpoint
first
and
source
red
that
out
comes
point.
up. You should
Then,
probably
click the cut
avoid that
button.
one because anyone can edit
If you
it.
don't want media cut on a
So,
specific track,
We will go to the
just click
second
the lock
website here,
icon.
and it is a .gov website,
If you
so
make a
it's very
mistake while editing,
reliable.
press Ctrl-Z on
If
the
you aren't
keyboard
sure if
to
a
undo,
website looks reliable, you can
or
ask me
choose
for help.
Edit Undo. Double-click the playhead
Okay,
to deselect.
so on here we can see that
Next, we'll
Abraham
look at the
Lincoln
clip
was
bin
the
and the
16th
library.
president of the United
The
States.
clip bin holds recordings,
gives
audio files,
history
images,
about
and
his
title slides
past.
being used in the project you're currently working on.
He was born in
The
1809.
library stores video clips, intros, callouts, title slides,
And you can learn
other
more
media
about him
assets you want to use from project
and
to
his
project.
wife here, so you can learn about
It
his
is
family.
pre-populated with
On
professional
this
content
website,
you
if
can
you
use in
plan
your
on doing
videos.
a president, it is a very
You
reliable
can download
source.
more media from our
It has
website by
information
clicking
about
this
all
link.
of our
You'll
presidents.
find a lot more music, callouts, and animated titles
But
to use
that
in your
website
projects.
does not have enough
And it's all
information.
free.
So I'm going to go
Once
to
you find
this
something you
website, which has
like this
a
callout for
biography.
example, just drag it to a track on the timeline and resize and reposition it as needed. Double-click the callout on the canvas to
Well,
open the
this website will
callouts
not
tab
load, so we'll
and
go
edit
back
the
and see if we
text,
can find another.
or change any of the text properties like color or size.
Click on this one.
You can find a number of other callouts to use in your projects by expanding the Shapes menu. You've probably noticed the video zooming in and out at times.
This is from
For example, here when it's
history.com,
zooming into the timeline.
which
To
is a
learn
very
more about adding
credible
and
source.
customizing zoom and pan animations to your video, check out the other Getting Started tutorials on our
Just scroll
website.
down to read about Abraham
We've
Lincoln.
talked about some of the tabs already, but be sure to
There are
explore the
also
others for
videos
adding
on
and
here
editing
that
special effects.
describe his efforts in the
If they
history
don't
that
all
he was
show up as
involved in.
tabs, click on the More tab to
And
explore others,
Many
like the
of the
speech-to-text
historical figures
capabilities
you
and
look at will
captions,
also have videos that you
and the
can use to
improved
help
quizzing.
you when you are doing your research.
Also, transitions can now be dragged directly to the timeline and added on top of clips. So we've shown a few ways you can navigate and edit your video, but
I
how do
hope
you
this
get
helped you
content
in
into your
finding
video?
how
To
you
make
can
a new
research.
screen recording, click the Record the Screen button.
Using the internet is a great way to
If you already
research.
have an
It will
audio
help you a
or
lot
video
in this
recording you'd
project.
like to use, click
Let
the
me know if you have
Import
any
Media button.
questions.
When you're done with your video project, you'll need to click the Produce and Share button to create a shareable video. Expand this menu to see a variety of presets. We have a new video player that plays back your MP4 video and includes other interactive features like table of contents, closed captions, quizzes, and even hotspots. These features are available when hosting your video on TechSmithScreencast.com or the video and player on your own web server. This player provides playback on multiple devices with just one video, whether it's a phone, tablet, laptop, or desktop computer. Well, it's time for you to try Camtasia Studio for yourself using the content on the timeline, or better yet, create your own. We have lots of free tutorials on our website, and I recommend you begin with the Getting Started series. Also, the help file inside Camtasia Studio tells you how to use each of the Camtasia Studio features and applications. One last thing, if you ever want to open this Getting Started project again to view or practice with, use this link here. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy Camtasia Studio.